Hi guys, so my name is Mike. I'm a freelance content creator from Liverpool, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I wish I was told when I started my freelance business. Ultimately, these are mistakes that I made along the way, and hopefully this video will help someone out there not have to make these mistakes like I did, and if I'd have known them, maybe things would have gone a bit smoother for me. The first thing that I want to talk about is kit, and that kit isn't everything. When I started out, I was obsessing on looking online, and with my money I was trying to price up what I could get, which would be the best in this department and the best in this department, and I was looking at videos online and comparing cameras and the fine details. I think what's important about this is it's easy to spend a lot of time obsessing over, I need this piece of kit in order to grow as a business or to get clients. And while kit is helpful and can make your work look good, the reality is if you've practiced with the kit that you've got and you get to a point where you're comfortable with your own kit, chances are you're going to be able to create some really nice looking stuff, and a client is not going to know the difference. Point number 2 is don't get lazy on the edit. When I started out, like so many people, I would go out and film and I'd get so excited to just get home, throw it together and hand it over to the client. Problem when you do that is you tend to rush the editing. I'm not as much of a natural editor as I am someone who enjoys the camera work, so I would always just try and throw it together really quick and get it sent out. But what you got to remember is the editing is just as important as the actual filming work, so don't neglect that. When I truly started to think about my editing and put that extra bit of time into thinking about how can I make this edit different or how can I make it interesting, my work improved dramatically, and like feedback that I got from clients got so much better. If you think about things like flow, how the direction of which the film is going, think about the pace, just think about all those different things and think about how can you spice it up a little bit and how can you make it that bit more exciting for the viewer to watch. A client may not notice the difference between a £5,000 camera and a £1,000 camera, but what they will notice a difference with is the effort someone's put into an edit. It's something that everyone can see, and if you rush an edit, basically you're just doing yourself an injustice as the footage you've filmed. It's so important that you just don't be lazy, put that extra 20% in and just get it right. Okay, point number 3 is you win some, you lose some. This one's about clients, and when you start out, it can be really difficult getting those first clients to get on board. And this means that when you've worked for someone and you don't hear back from them, it can be really tough and it can feel like a kick in the teeth and that things just aren't going right for you. But you've just got to adopt that mentality of you win some, you lose some. As time goes on, you will realize that, okay, in the early days and throughout any point of a business, you're gonna lose clients. Even the best businesses lose clients, the most efficient businesses. But you got to remember, it's not always your fault. There's reasons why a client may choose to go elsewhere, or perhaps they're having a break or they're just doing something else. Look, it's just something that you don't always need to take personally, and the more work that you do, you'll realize that clients will come and go and someone else will come along and give you some work. Okay, so point number 4 is not everything has to be perfect. When you start out and everything is fun, it can be really jarring when you get a job where everything just seems to be going against you and going wrong. The location isn't what you wanted, or the edit just isn't coming together like you hoped. Honestly, it feels like a real grind to get that finished, and my advice in this situation is just take 5, step away from your work, take a step back from what you're doing, just take a breather and try and relax, and then come back with a fresh pair of eyes. I've had this so many times where I've been really struggling and you hit like a brick wall of creativity where you cannot physically seem to think of the next thing that you need to do, and everything just becomes so confusing. But if you can just try and calm yourself down, take 5 minutes, everything will be okay. And when you attack it with that fresh pair of eyes, things that you didn't see before will spring out to you. On another front with this, I think about Instagram as well. I wish someone would have told me early on that the things you post on Instagram don't have to be perfect. The people that you would look up to on Instagram and these professionals, they've been doing their work for years and they are practiced, and believe me, their starting work, their first few pictures would not have been as good as they are now. It's a learning process, so just keep posting what you're going to post. Don't let other people and comparing yourself to other people stop you from doing your thing. Just focus on your own game and keep improving with every post. And you know, not every post is going to be your favorite at the end of the day, and this is something that I really need to learn myself, and I'm trying to learn it. Not everything has to be perfect, and it's actually better to just upload something that's not quite perfect than only uploading perfect things, because trust me, if you only wait for something to be absolutely perfect before you post, you might be waiting a while. So that segues me nicely onto point number 5, which is just put yourself out there, get content out there. When you start out, there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of things that you have to think about, and you want to get those clients, and often you're comparing yourself to other people and thinking, what kit do I need, blah de blah, but you just need to just get yourself out there. And this is something that I've only learned in the last year or so of being in business, that a lot of my clients came from word of mouth, and while this was great, sometimes you want to expand past just the people that you directly know, and you want to be able to bring in clients that are from, say, the online space, that they're from Instagram or they're from LinkedIn. And the only way to do that is just to get active on those platforms. As a videographer, your product is your video, and if you don't post your videos regularly on these platforms, people aren't going to see it. It would be like a shop window that's empty, or a shop window with maybe 1 or 2 items in. Posting regularly across all platforms just really enhances and grows the amount of people that are able to see the product that you can offer. It is so incredibly powerful, so just don't be afraid to do it. Like, I wish I'd have known this from the start. Okay, so those were my 5 things. Look, you're probably going to make the same mistakes I did at some point, but if it maybe speeds up that process or creates a positive change for someone, then this video is definitely a success and my job is done. If you enjoyed the video, if you consider leaving us a like, it really helps me out. And yeah, just check out the channel, because you never know, there might be some more stuff on there that helps you, or if not, thanks for watching anyway.